Hola a todos, ¿cómo están? Por acá Miguel Miranda de Match 99.3 en la Ciudad de México. Espero que le estén pasando muy bien y que ya saben, en este lugar pues siempre tenemos un espacio de encuentro para la nueva música, para lo que está sonando, para lo que acaba de salir, para lo que vale la pena conocer. Y en este momento pues ya un viejo conocido por acá de esta estación, Jaime Miller, está por acá con nosotros para presentarnos su nuevo material que a mí me gusta mucho y quiero platicar de pies a cabeza sobre este nuevo proyecto que lleva por nombre The Things I Left Unsaid. Y pues nada, primero hay que preguntarle a nuestro querido Jamie cómo está. Hi Jamie, how you doing?
Hey, I'm good, thank you. How are you doing, Miguel?
Fine, very good. We're so excited to talk with you about your new project, about The Things I Left Unsaid, and I want to ask you, how do you feel with that?
Yeah, I'm really excited that it's finally out in the world, and I think it's taken a long time for me to get to a place where I'm really proud of the records that I put out. And I feel like for me, this EP alone is like really exciting for me because it feels like a big exhale after like going through a bit of a difficult year last year. So I'm really excited about it.
I heard the last night, and I have a lot of thoughts about it. First of all, it's very good. It's very deep. I don't know how to say this. It's very deep and very, I think, very personal. It's that true. How do you feel in making this new record?
I would say it is very personal. I feel like for me, I went through a difficult year last year, so to be able to like put all my feelings that I felt and all the sadness and happiness and everything that I was feeling in that year last year into a project, it feels like something that I can be very proud of looking back. And even though like there's sad songs on the EP, I now listen to them with a smile on my face because I know that I've gone through those hard times. And I feel like this EP is exactly about that. I feel like I've really wanted to take people on a healing journey with me and let them know that sometimes it's okay not to be okay, but there's bright days and there's happiness to come. So yeah, I'm excited.
I want to ask you, who's the person that in the voice note of the intro of your new EP?
That's my mom.
It's your mom. Okay.
Yeah, last year she would be sending me voice notes to make sure that I was okay. So she sent me that one.
That was I thought that was a good way to start this new EP. It feels very deep.
Yeah, I feel like for me, like without sounding too sad, I don't think I'd be here right now if it wasn't for her. So yeah, I needed to include her in some way. She's my best friend. So
yeah, I think the same about the relationship between my mom and me, and I feel that vibe on the record. Your mom is your safe place, and I think that every person in the world, or I hope so, but I think that our moms are one of the biggest things in the world. The safe place to be when you're heartbroken, when you're sad, when you're and you, everything, you know.
Yeah, for sure. No, and I think it was just really important to include
to all your fans.
Yeah, that's really cool.
Yeah, and what about the process to write a song about being heartbroken?
Yeah, I feel like I think last year, not even like talking about like my personal side, I think regardless of like heartbreak can come in different forms with that, whether it's like in a relationship or a best friend breakup or a work change. And I think there was so many things going on for me in my life that I just was able to write and pull from so many different aspects, if that makes sense.
So we're talking about these feelings to be maybe heartbroken in general.
Yeah, and I would say that like heartbreak comes in different forms, whether it's like a best friend breakup or like a relationship or going through something in work and like being heartbroken about that. And I think I was able to pull from so many different facets in my life that I just came up with like maybe next time, and then that turned into like Empty Room, and then that turned into like Rooting for You and Only Place. And I feel like there was so many things going on last year that I was just able to like pick and pull. I was like, oh my gosh, so much. But definitely excited how it turned out.
And how does it feel?
It feels amazing. It feels like I'm going to therapy all over again, being able to like release it to the world. So like it feels great.
Okay. I think that it's a very personal way to I don't know, to deal with that kind of feelings, to making an album. And I thought that your fans are very grateful with that, with your biggest honest part and your very personal way to make songs. I don't know. How do you feel about it? About being I don't know, maybe open with the people of your life about what you dealing with.
At first, it definitely felt like scary because I feel like once you let people in that quickly, or like like if you're that vulnerable and you like give that to the world, you're open to like criticism and like opinions and like I don't think my light keeps going off. I apologize, but I think for me it was just more so I needed to get it out for myself, regardless of the opinions and like what being scared of what people thought of it and stuff like that. And I think I came to a place where I was like, okay, I'm very proud of it. So then it doesn't matter what anybody else thinks. But then just to have the response it's had is incredible.
Yeah, it's a kind of healing process, making music, right?
Yes, for sure.
And how do you feel? You're in LA right now, or not?
I'm in Los Angeles right now, yeah.
And how do you feel with all these years making this transition between your city?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like it's taken a while to make Los Angeles feel like home, but now I feel like I'm in a good place with good friends and good people around me. So yeah, it feels like home. And I still speak to my mom and dad all the time and my sisters. So I'm all good here.
I'm talking about your music. Do you feel in a good place in LA making music?
I do indeed. I really do.
And how do you make music on maybe your home studio or in a big studio with other persons?
My friend has a studio, so I go to my friend's house. They're Colin and Alex, and they're really amazing producers. So they have a home studio. So there's not too much pressure. It's just like hanging out with your friends. So it feels good to do that.
Do you have a big team of work team?
I do. Yeah, I do. I would say so. My team's pretty big.
And how do you feel with that? It's very cool, I think so, making music with your friends. How do you feel this kind of vibe?
No, it's very cool. I still feel like I'm in a position where I can't believe that this is my job. So I feel like it's an amazing, and I'm so grateful that I'm able to do this. But yeah, it's very cool. But I also feel like I've worked really hard. So I think hopefully I deserve it as well.
and how it's a normal day to you. I mean you're like, okay, I have to work and I'm gonna start to write some ideas, or it just happened?
Normally it just happens. I have scheduled sessions like throughout the week, so if I have an idea I'll just write it in my notes app and then I'll just wait for my studio session to happen.
Okay. And how do you deal with I don't know how to say this, when you don't have creativity or you don't have ideas, when you're blocked?
I definitely give myself grace when it comes to that stuff. I think going into the studio and like putting pressure on yourself to write a number one hit is just not humane for anybody. So I think we try to make the process as fun as and enjoyable as we can. And if we don't get an idea that day, try not beat ourselves up about it and just try again the next day. I feel like it's just really important to keep that open communication if you're not feeling it. And I feel like you're just going to waste your time if you're not really feeling it in the morning and trying to stay for a few hours for a song that's not going to be creatively written. So I definitely give myself grace and I just keep trying, you know?
It's too hard to deal with the emotions of the day when you're working, or not?
No, I enjoy it. Yeah,
because a lot of people, it's like, I'm not in a good way today, and I don't want to start to write a song. You know, maybe tomorrow.
I'll make sure I'm in the right headspace to do it. You know.
Yeah. And talking about the music, of this EP.
Yeah.
How did you get it?
My producers and I sat down and we made a mood board of like where I wanted this next chapter to lay for me as an artist, and I gave inspirations on what I wanted and like the sounds and guitars that I wanted, and going from instrumentation of soundtracks from my childhood to growing up and like seeing what still inspires me, and we just laid it all out on the table. And I think it was just like a fun process for me to be able to go in with them and discuss what I wanted, and they made it happen. So it was just a really fun, creative, cool process, but also at the same time like therapeutic and like good for the soul, you know?
Yeah, it was a good work. Honestly, I have to say this because it's a very I don't know how to say it, emotional, atmospherical, musically talking about the things I love and said. I honestly feel it. You know.
Thanks so much. I appreciate it.
It's a very personal. It's a very personal EP, and I really love it. Finally, especially the last song. What's their name? Only Place. I think so. Yeah. That was my favorite song, talking about the lyrics and the music. The music is very, I don't know how to say it, it's very positive.
It's like empowering.
But but the lyrics are like, okay. What's your favorite song of this EP?
I would say my favorite right now is Only Place. I like Only Place. I think it's very like empowering, and like it was my chance to be like, okay, I'm moving on. I'm good without you. And I feel like I love it. It's a jam for sure.
Yeah, it's a kind of morning song. You can start the day. You can start the day with that song. Definitely. So, Jamie, finally, I'm so happy to talk with you about this new EP, The Things I Left Unsaid, and finally I want to know where do the name come from?
It came from a thing that I put in my journal, and I think for me there was so many times where I let people speak for me or tell me what to say or tell me what to do or tell me how to dress, and there were so many times where I wanted to say something but then I was too scared to hurt other people's feelings, so I just ended up not doing that. And I think that it kind of stuck with me of like wishing I did say something at a point in time, or like because life could have worked out differently. And then I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna write something and then call it The Things That I Left Unsaid, because everything that is in that EP is like everything that I used to want to say but I didn't know how to. So yeah, we're so happy to have your new project here in the Match FM and talk about it with you about it with you. And I don't know, maybe do you have any other plans for 2023 or maybe 2024? Yeah, I'm going on tour on Wednesday in North America, and then in 2024 I'm planning a headline world tour, which I'm really excited about. And then hopefully working on my debut album with my new team. So I'm really excited. I think everything's gonna be great, and everything's falling into place at the right time. So I'm very excited, and you should keep your eye out. I'm coming.
Okay. I'm so excited to hear about it because I want to see your solo show maybe one time, maybe here in Mexico City.
Dude,
and hear what
Mexico will have me, I'll be there.
Hope to see you soon here in Mexico City. Really love your music, and I'm very proud to follow your steps, every step, every EP, every song. We really love here in Japan. Thank you so much for taking your time to talk with us.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you, dude. Thank you.
Have a nice day. Thank you so much.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.